and gentlemen, welcome to Touching Tips, a podcast dedicated to the world of PSVR 2. My name is Karen Alive and Well, and I'll be introducing your hosts. From the west of Ireland, he is a visionary, a leader, a sensual and generous lover, as I can attest. Petrifying Pumpkins. Pumpkins was once a successful businessman before a tragic incident left him with stage 2 ligma of the mind. No longer able to run his multinational POG corporation, Pumpkins turned to his other passion, PSVR. Hence this channel and later podcast were born. Pumpkins is famous all over the world thanks to the various Easter eggs dedicated to him in PSVR exclusive Firewall 0 Hour. Most famously, if you go to the hangar map in the air control tower, you will see radar screens with various aircraft designations that, when combined, spell out Petrifying Pumpkins. It really does make him better than you. From Mexico, he has many names: El Chupacabra, El Fuego, El Pasión. But around here we call him Mr. 777 or Jackpot. Mr. 777 moved to the United States as a wee lad. A former Xbox fan, Jackpot gave up on Team Green when he discovered the future is virtual reality, and has been on PlayStation since. Jackpot lives with his mother in her basement. She reached out to Pumpkins, begging him to let Jackpot be a co-host as she worries about his lack of social communication skills, as you will soon see for yourselves. He turned to marijuana at a young age and has reached a stage where if he were to ever stop smoking, the shock to his system would kill him immediately. Jackpot has a heavily stained pillow that he calls Amanda. He believes that she is real and that he is in a long-term relationship with her. His catchphrase is, "Bitch." And finally, all the way from the frigid wastes of Canada, comes Muzz. Muzz has a passion for maple syrup and discussing PSVR 2. He once got lost in the frozen tundra of northern Canada with his best friend. The ordeal was harrowing and led to Muzz eating the remains of his friend in order to survive. Shortly after, Muzz turned to VR gaming as a way to escape the horrors of the reality he leaves every time he puts on the headset. It's worth noting that while Muzz maintains his best friend was dead before he began to consume him, later studies of the remains hinted at the possibility that the friend died from infections that were caused from bites, though due to a handling error, the evidence was deemed inadmissible and Muzz walked free. He also has a cat. Without further ado, let the show begin. I've been Karen Alive and Well, and I will now hand you over to the strong, sexy hands of Pumpkins. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and all that usual YouTube shite.
What the fuck is this?
Testing. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2.
Test. Are we still muted?
No, I unmuted you for the test.
We unmuted
for the
you.
show. You're free.
Test.
I see Fozzie Bear's in the
no.
chat. So Fozzie,
Test,
you gotta
test.
let us know how you doing. First of all, Fozzie, nice to see you. You're looking well. Did you lose a bit of weight, Fozzie? Let us know how we sound. The voices, if they're coming through crystal clear.
You're our one and only viewer, Fuzzy Bear.
There you go. Congratulations. Don't worry, I've set the tweet to automatically go out at midnight, so that's just turned that now. So now the tweet will come and the thousands will start pouring in.
Oh, you're right. Look, 2 more people.
There you
Or no,
go.
one
Did
more
I
person.
done? Poured in. He
One
poured
person,
in.
wow.
Right? He's like a fucking liquid pouring into that chat. How you doing, Dan? We succulent purple pumpkin. Fuchsia pumpkin, sorry. He says, "Hi, y'all. Test is good." And Fozzie also says, "Test is good." Glad to hear us. This is episode 80. Kind of getting close to that 100 now. What happens at 100, do you think? How do we celebrate at 100? I don't know. Probably start thinking about that now.
Feet
Bring
pics.
Decepticon.
Feet pics around.
Nude. Oh yeah, I gotta get Decepticon back. But he won't. He won't come back. He doesn't even play mini
done.
golf with us anymore. He doesn't
Yeah,
even
he-
but I see him playing contractors.
He's working
with
on
you.
his music.
I see him play contractors with you. He's avoiding me. He hates me. He doesn't want anything to do with me
No, he
anymore.
plays until he's busy until night. You know.
After the whole hit piece debacle of 82.
Exactly.
Because you play at 5, he plays like 7 or 8. When you're done, that's when he starts. When he comes back, whatever he does with grandmas.
Stop trying to make me feel good. All right. It's
Trust me, that's the
dumped
last
me. He's
thing I
ditched
want to
me.
do.
All right, that's what it is. Roy Schwartz is peeping. How are you doing, Roy? I hope you're keeping well, and Dan as well, of course. He says, "Good. I don't have Twitter. You should. You should have Twitter, because then you could like my tweets, and then I'd get more numbers under my tweets." LSB says, "Welcome back, Muzz." Indeed, we've been
Thank you.
Muzzless for a while. We only did one episode, really. I think since you've been gone, we skipped the other one.
Oh, right.
But we did. We did
That
have
creepy
that.
old thing.
It almost fell apart. It almost all fell apart.
Yeah, we found someone to fill in the gap. He was quiet though. Plank
My-
is here. How you doing, Plank?
My twin. You found my twin, did
We
you?
did, yeah. He's got fucking
Don't know how-
the one who
don't
lives
know
in
how
the
you got
attic,
him out.
the one you feed fish heads to once a week.
Lives in that.
How do you get out of there? How do you?
Shackles. But yeah, you're right. LSB to welcome us back because of course he was whining and dining on the east coast of Canada. So Muzz, is there any interesting stories? I mean, like anything crazy happened while you were over there? Maybe like a homeless man asked you for a hand job in a toilet or anything at all?
No, nothing that fun.
Nothing
No.
like that. Canada's kind of just more relaxed. I'd say if you were in America, that'd happen. You know?
No, you get some pretty crazy homeless and drunk people, but yeah, didn't encounter any of that fun stuff.
Yeah.
Just boring old regular stuff.
What about you,
Beaches.
Jackpot? Have you been giving anyone hand jobs in the
No.
last week? No. Liar.
No.
Liar. He's been giving himself
No.
hand jobs all week. Every night. Every
Maybe.
night.
But I've been playing contractors. You know,
I don't want to hear about
maybe it's
contractors.
coming soon. Maybe it's
Maybe
coming
it's,
soon.
you know, maybe it's not. But yeah, Muzz, nothing else to report. Did you like? I know, were you gone for the full 2 weeks, or did you have a couple of like days where you were just relaxing, maybe able to play a VR game or two?
No, I got back just a couple days ago, but I didn't really do much gaming when I got home. So I am pretty VR starved right now. I need to get back into it.
Did you have a craving for something in particular?
Something multiplayer. I don't
Yeah.
know. Contractors would be nice, but of course.
Well, we did do
can't
Walkabout mini
do
golf.
that.
You were back for that.
Oh yes, yeah.
Yeah,
That was the
fun.
first. That was the first thing I played. That was fun.
Yeah, but good. You fucking came second.
My
Came second.
I did visit my friend who has a Quest 3, so I tried a Quest 3 for my
shit.
very first time.
Cut the
Tell
mic.
us, Muzz.
Cut the
Tell
feed.
us.
Cut the feed.
Wait.
Quick.
What did he
He-
got you to play? It all depends on that. What did you play?
He didn't have too much, so I didn't really.
Just
I
no
wasn't too
games- no
impressed.
games on Quest. What did you play? Like,
He-
was there like an exclusive that you
I
couldn't
played-
get on PSVR 2?
He wanted to show me some of the AR stuff, so I saw some of those games. It was like,
Yeah, trash.
Yeah.
iToy.
But
PS2 iToy.
yeah. No, I didn't
You should
really.
play contractors.
He didn't have it. This is
You
the-
should be
this
like,
is
listen,
the-
I'm gonna buy it, and then you buy it, friend. You're my friend. You buy it, and then when I leave, you get a refund, and that's it. You could have played for 2 hours. Come on.
I could have. I didn't think
So
of
is
that.
that all you did was mixed reality? You didn't play an actual VR game?
He didn't really have anything I wanted to play. Like honestly, he had like some of the. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I didn't really get the whole experience of the
Sounds
Quest
like
3,
he shouldn't.
but-
Sounds like he shouldn't even be a friend. Most with that kind of a taste in games, you got to ask yourself.
Well, he
what's
would.
up with this guy?
He's the this is the guy that has the bad vertigo. That has like really bad motion sickness.
Oh,
So
that makes sense.
as much
yeah.
as he can't play any of like the shooters and stuff. So he's kind of stuck to like the stationary type of.
Fucking the pool table in the
Yeah,
living
that
room.
kind of
That's
stuff.
the only thing he
Yeah.
doesn't throw up and get violently ill with.
Yeah, that's a good game. The pool game is
Pretty much.
good.
Miracle
Mixed
pool.
reality.
Miracle pool.
That's the one I think out of all of them, the one that's like, okay, this is really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. But surely, like if that works, then air hockey would work. Maybe foosball. You know, all them kind of table games could work. Pinball, maybe.
Yeah.
Table tennis, maybe table tennis.
Table
would
tennis.
work.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, what is it? Demio. It's very, very cool to play it with mixed reality and with hand tracking as well. It's pretty cool.
That's another good one. Did I Dan? Nope, read that one. It was Fuzzy Bear says an overweight Muzz, basically. Yeah. Herbert was his name. War Room is here. Says hi. How you doing, War Room? Are you well? Bad Robo is here also. Nice to see you again, Bad Robo. And Dan says contractors is okay if you have a team that you play with all the time, which is basically what Jackpot has. It's him, Decepticon, and
Well,
LSB.
not really all the time because I play with them all the time and they're trash. So it's the same thing, Dan.
I suppose if you're stuck with trash all the time, then you're going to be trash all the time, Dan. Basically. What were we talking about? Moz, yes. So basically,
beach,
you
we went to the beach.
haven't played anything other than Walkabout mini golf and a bit of. Well, how about you tried the Quest
Yeah,
3?
few
It was a Quest 3, yeah, not 2.
Yeah, it was Quest 3.
So
Yeah.
how was the like? Did you notice that these pancake lenses that the kids are talking about? Were you like, look at this?
It looked sharp enough, but I mean, I wasn't playing like the really high graphic type of games anyway, so it was all just kind of whatever.
Waste of money. Put that thing in the bin. So Jackpot, other than Contractors, Jackpot, then have you been playing anything? Done? Like, I'm just sick of hearing about Contractors, to be honest. I want to, of course, but it's just like
Walkabout. Yeah, there was a bunch of cheating happening in there.
yeah. You, what did you
enjoyed
come
it.
last place? Oh no, you and Amanda
No,
came last place.
I came
Amanda
last
joined
place
us for the
because
first
I
time,
got
yeah.
kicked out. I got kicked out, and then I came back and they added 30, and I was like
Joined.
negative 15 or something.
No.
I think I was third place.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they added that race mode. I did the stream with the intention of trying out the race mode, and then we didn't do the race mode once.
Trash.
And I blame
False
Amanda for
advertising.
this because it was like her first time playing this, and it was overwhelming for everyone to go, like be going crazy going at the same time. But yeah, it was
fun.
clickbait title basically. But yeah, it's good game, and we'll be talking about Walkabout mini golf later on with that Wallace and Gromit course. There's news on that. And as I said, Deej is right. He played with us too. We don't get to play with Deej much.
Deej was
but
there.
he was there.
Yes.
He was there. Oi, oi, oi! It was nice to play with you, Deej. Of course, Brave won. But we won't go into the fucking cheating that was going on to explain why I didn't win.
We all got robbed.
Shit, Herbert's back. I forgot that was still there. Just turn that off. He's gone.
There
Oh
he
my
is.
god! Holy shit!
Back
Can
to
can I imitate that?
that should be a fucking donation alert thing or whatever. Super chat. But yeah. Warren says everyone has been asking for a Wallace and Gromit. Everyone has been wanting Wallace and Gromit. So I can't tell if that's sarcasm though. It would like
Specifically in mini golf. Specifically in mini golf form.
I mean,
That's
it fits
what we
their
want.
style. It fits their kind of clay. Like everything looks like it's made out of clay in Walkabout mini golf.
But it doesn't look nearly as good. Do you see the screenshots of it? They're all like blocky looking. It's like that's not
Well,
Wallace
we're
and
going
Gromit.
to have some fuzzage. We're going to have a little bit of fuzzage to show when we get to that top.
Ah,
Little bit. So
You just got a
can
damn
judge.
screen.
Yeah, right now because we haven't started anything yet, but we will start
put
now
some
with
of the ladies dancing.
Green
Put some.
Hell.
It's like
Did you-
16-bit
first of all-
Wallen Gromit. That's
First
what it
of
looks
all,
like.
let me just say, Jackpot, because do you know how many podcasts are out there where they don't even have a video of any gameplay? It's just like the people talking, and that's it. All right, so you just calm down. All right, so you just
I'm just saying, bitch.
down,
Put something
okay?
nice and pretty to look at instead of our faces.
Well, that's why my face is there. It is
Anyways,
nice
first topic.
and it is pretty. I'm just trying to open up the notes here real quick. It's about
4-player co-op.
yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Although the trailer here is the Quest version, which can only do 2-player co-op. How embarrassing! But the PSVR 2 version is getting 4-player co-op, and that's going to be coming Q4 2024. And we don't have any footage of it, but they've been showing off like screenshots and shit. And basically, nothing too exciting. I was thinking, will I put the screenshots up here or will I put the trailer up? I think the trailer is more interesting to look at because it's moving. And for the simple-minded folk out there like Jackpot. But basically, to describe the screenshots is basically what you can picture here with 2 people. Imagine there's 2 more people. And essentially, that's what the screenshots are showing. I think it could be like I've been holding out for the co-op before because I own it. I got the code and I said to him, I'll play this when the co-op drops. I didn't think it was going to take this long for the co-op to come, by the way. I thought it was going to be like a month or 2 or whatever. But it's taken fucking ages.
You can pull it out of the drawer, blow the dust off of it, and put it in, and now you can play it.
There you go. But yeah, we could have fun in this, you know?
Yeah, could be fun.
I think. Apparently, like the survival mechanics and all that kind of stuff are very cool and detailed and, you know.
There is fun to be had, I think, yes.
Yeah. And everything's better with co-op, with friends.
So the Quest update is first and then the PSVR 2, or they're all coming at the same time?
So I think the Quest has already had co-op for like ages now,
Oh shit!
but it's only
really?
the 2-player co-op.
Trash.
Was the Quest version already out before the PSVR 2 version even? Like, I can't remember. I don't want to say that for sure.
I don't know. Probably everything comes out first over there.
Oh yeah, we are not the priority over here in PSVR 2 land, sadly. I don't really have anything else to say about this other than I'm looking forward to trying this out when the co-op mode does drop. I assume it's going to be a free update.
There's the one shot. There's the one shot in this trailer where he taps the guy on the shoulder and then he turns around. Is there like some kind of like feedback if someone tapping you on the shoulder? Like, how did he know he was tapping him?
I guess he's probably like talking to him with voice chat saying, hey, and then he turned around and then for the purposes of the trailer, they made it look like...
Yeah, they made it look like he was turning because he was tapping him, yeah.
Look how immersive this is. You know, you're really feeling somebody's hand on your shoulder.
He's got those shoulder haptics.
Specifically built, bundled with every copy of Green Hell. Just like the M controller in Fairpoint.
Shoulder tapping immersion.
Yeah.
Box it that way.
We want. Like LSB says, next topic, because I don't really have anything else to say, but before we move on, is there anything else in the chat?
$30. $30.
Is it cheap now? What's the price of this game now? I want to know.
$30. $30.
So $58 for me.
You know, I'm really...
Damn, Canadian.
No, not that high.
That's Canadian inflation.
What is it, $40? $40?
After tax, $85.72.
Damn, Justin Trudeau bending you over, Moss.
Yeah.
Justin T.
Just...
bending you over in sync, baby. I really can't wait to get the 2 monitors, by the way. When I get the PC, there's going to be 2 monitors, and I'm going to have like the browser open so I can be like Googling prices and shit. Because I don't know anything. Like, you asked for the price, I don't know. If I opened up Google
I just
right
told
now,
you, bitch.
I know, yeah, I know. But like, if you weren't able to or whatever, it's nice to be able to do this shit myself. You know? Well, it will be, yes. I hope, when that comes. But anyway, Bad Robo has a comment. He says, hey, pumpkins, will you be playing my version of Astrobot in Dreams? It's still in development, but I must tell you it looks really good on PSVR 1. I'll play it flat. I won't play it on PSVR 1. I'm sorry, Bad Robo. I know that makes me a piece of shit. But I just will not go up. I'm not going to the ASIC. I'm not getting all them wires set up. I'm just not going through that again. All right. Do not blame me. Blame Sony for not bringing this to PSVR 2. But if you're able to play it flat, then absolutely I'll check it out flat. On the PS5 using fucking backwards compatibility, because they didn't even port it to PS5. Unbelievable what they did with that game. Anyway.
Sad times.
Before we start shitting on Sony, though, how about we shit on Quest real quick, because I got this little... Did you see this? Attack on Titan? I know this is a PSVR 2 podcast, but this is going to be very brief. I just basically want to laugh at this. They got
sold out. PS2 sold out everywhere. You can't get one.
No, that's not sold out. Look at this. Look at this gameplay.
Hold on, I saw it the other day.
Apparently, it's only $5 or something to get like early access of this game. But you can tell that $5 is too much. Based on what I'm seeing, look, maybe it's kind of fun to swing around like Spider-Man.
Some people are into this shit. This is what the game is in
the
flat version,
this
right?
Attack on Titan is like a big IP kind of, like it's a big popular anime, allegedly.
Look at those photorealistic buildings.
It's just they're just walking around naked, and then they just look. I don't know. And when I saw it first on Twitter, like, it was compressed so badly that I was like, Jesus Christ, it can't look this bad. I had to go and open it up on YouTube, and yeah, it was definitely not as bad as Twitter was making it look. But for this to be a big exclusive or whatever, and then it just looks like this, it's like, ugh.
Do you think if you're swinging up behind them, you can get like wedged into their butt cheeks and just get stuck there?
Maybe get a trophy. Do you have achievements on Quest?
Trophy.
I was gonna say.
Got everything, trophies, everything, reward system. You get real cash.
You can allegedly you can cut their legs off and stuff, which is kind of cool, I guess. But like what I'm looking at here is, it's a big world that's completely like all the buildings are like cardboard. There's nothing going on in the streets. It's like completely lifeless and dead, and you're just swinging around. It looks like a tech demo. And you're killing these guys, of course, which is the big thing. But like, I mean, I'm not seeing anything that like you get bored with this after. Like,
this is the entire gameplay right here. It's just hours of doing
you can make the same thing about shitting on the Quest about 90% of the games that are coming on the PlayStation VR.
Yeah, because they're Quest ports. Because they're Quest ports. But the ones that aren't Quest ports, I don't shit on because they're actually good. But this looks like if this is only showing off traversal and combat, then okay. And maybe they're hiding like a bunch of cool shit that's story related, so they don't want to spoil anything. That's fine.
$5.
$5 for early access.
If people are into, if you get early access, that means you
why does this
have
game
it on
need
there.
early access? It's a big IP. Like this is not unusual for like a big IP to have. Like it's not multiplayer. It's a big IP.
I don't know.
Why it's on?
But
It's a viewer exclusive. Like why does it need early access?
I don't know.
Because they want to fucking sell it for $5 and know that it has issues, and they don't complain and say, "What the fuck is wrong with this game?" Hey, it's early access. It's not done yet.
Well, that's a
And
good
it's
excuse,
$5.
isn't it? That's a good
And
excuse.
if,
to
if
not
you're
make a good
into
game.
this IP, and you're like the air shit, and you got $5.
But if you are into this IP though, like, does this look good to you? Or are you just like, man, I wish they did better with this
Yeah.
IP?
Well, of course you would. I mean, of course you could wish you could do fucking a lot better. But if for $5 for this, I'm sure some people might be into it. I don't fucking
Look
look
at their
like that.
faces.
For,
Look at their
for,
faces.
for a diehard fan base that didn't have a VR headset, would this be like a game that would? Okay, now I need to get a VR headset to play this.
Nah, they're not
Is
gonna
this-
sell headsets. But what I'm saying is,
I'm saying for like the
what it is.
diehard fans, like the biggest fans of Attack on Titan. Do you
Yeah.
think this is something that
They're-
they'd be drawn to VR?
No, they're gonna look
I
at
don't
this and be
know.
like, "Oh, I'm glad I never got into VR."
Yeah.
Everyone's
Yeah.
right. This shit is
yeah,
trash.
what the fuck is
This is
this?
the worst.
man?
This is the worst looking
Keep it.
garbage ever.
But I don't want
Yeah.
it.
Did they have a game on flat before? Did they ever make an Attack on Titan game? I have no idea.
I've seen this fucking shit before a couple times. I think there's a flat version of this.
Like a
Did
game.
they have
Where's
a
the
flat game? Yeah,
That's
we
the
need
Suki
a.
way.
Somebody get Suki on the hotline
Where's
right
the-
now. The red phone.
Because if this is the first game that they ever made for this franchise, it's a bizarre place to start. Like a
Yeah.
Quest.
You'd imagine
Quest 3
that'd
VR.
piss off the fans who've been like, "Damn, I wish this was a game."
Yeah,
for like the
exactly.
last 10
I've been
years
I've
or
been
whatever."
waiting for a really good Attack on Titan game, and this is
Yeah,
what we get.
Here it is.
A cheap
Yeah,
VR experience.
there's not. They don't. I don't think they have the fan base to make a big budget one of these and then sell a fucking lot of copies. You know,
It should be.
I don't think it's.
This should
nah.
have more than this. Like they've got like it's an exclusive to Mesa, isn't it? Like didn't they partner? Like shouldn't there be Mesa money behind this?
I don't fucking.
Yeah.
So what's going on?
This
The
is
whole
pushing
mo-
it. This is pushing it to its limit right here. This is
it-
the.
I guess
No.
the fact that it's the open world, like that's obviously because there is like a decent draw distance, I suppose you could say, with like
Yeah.
that wall in the
Like,
distance.
what are you
Although they
doing
just
when
pop
you're
in.
not swinging around? What are you doing when you're not swinging around fighting these giants? Like,
don't-
are
yeah,
you
but-
doing anything else?
There could be stuff that we don't.
I
know
don't.
about.
It's $5. I think you can do nothing but swing and smack their legs around a couple times.
Is it really
Julian.
$5? Are you serious?
But that's for the
Yeah,
early
it's $4.99
access
$4.99.
versions, like for a certain
Okay.
amount of time.
Early access, yeah.
I don't
But
think there's
remember-
anything besides what we're looking at right here.
Do you remember like
Yeah.
the Spider-Man games you could get on PSVR 1 that tied in with the movies? That sort of
Yeah,
reminds me
you can just
exactly
swing
of
around.
those.
Yep.
Except
Yep.
that they got enemies, but that's the $5 right there. They added enemies for
Yeah.
$5. But
$5 enemies. That's what you get.
let me catch up a little bit.
Got a quest.
Did Dan says you need a 49-inch curved monitor. I can have 3 windows open. Damn. Maybe I can get 3 like maybe a monitor here, and then hang one
Yeah,
on the wall.
relax.
Monitors everywhere. I got the TV over here. Maybe stick that on the wall. It's a
I
Quest
need-
2 game, says LSP. Yeah, that's a good point. But I mean, if you're going
Is
to
it
sell in a Quest 3, like this is probably still a selling point for Quest 3, or at least Meta will like position it that way. You know, I'm sure this is probably running the best version of us. This is probably like it probably looks worse on Quest 2, if you know what I mean. This is probably the Quest.
You can
3
play it on
version.
Quest 2, but if you play it on Quest 3, you can see yellow. They can
Why
add
are,
the
we
color
putting
yellow
more,
into it.
why are we putting more than 20 seconds into this game? Why are we
It's
talking about
funny.
it?
It's funny. All right?
It's trash.
I'm having a good
you know?
time. I'm laughing.
No.
Bad Robo says yes. There will also be. A flat
Donnie,
version.
where are you? Next topic.
No, I gotta read. Let me catch up in the comments. All right, let the people
Quest.
have a chance. Do not buy
I'll get some
Quest.
cookies.
Don't buy this. There will also be a flat version, says Bad Robot, but if you see this, you will want to play in viewer. I guarantee it. All right, well, let me try the flat version first, and then if that wins me over to go into the attic, where there's lots of disgusting spiders, by the way, then I'll try it. But I have doubts, you know, because I'm not even a massive Astrobot fan. I just see its appeal for the headset. LSP says this looks bad, but oh well, wasn't on my radar anyway. Well, there you go. That's the way to look at it. Although it's just
There
that it's a
you
bit
go.
damaging because of the IP. If this wasn't Attack on Titan, fine. But now, that, like Muzz said, it has a big fan base. They're gonna be looking at this and they'll be like, ugh,
They don't give a fuck.
gross. Brandon is here. Sup, Paul? How you doing, Brandon? He says Breachers for life. What rank are you, Brandon, on Breachers? You got that Diamond 3 yet, or whatever the rank is?
You got those cool animal skins, all those cool like
Yeah.
bear and eagle animal skins.
Wings.
That was-
They can fly around the
Yeah.
arena now. Eagle wings. LSP says most games based on anime sucks balls. I would probably agree with that.
Yeah, a lot of the time it does actually. Kind of a trend.
Warham says there is an Attack on Titan flat game. It's barely mid. Okay.
But was that an older platform? Must have been a little while ago. Maybe PlayStation 4.
yeah.
Maybe.
Bad Robo says Mr. Jackpot doesn't care about graphics as long as they're big naked men. Damn, but they don't even have penises.
They don't have penises or
what's the
You
point?
don't even get the.
What's the point?
No.
You know?
It's all
You
about
don't,
the
get,
gameplay.
you don't even get the full Monty.
Can
You
you
just
imagine
get
if you
the.
could cut off the penis like the hands and the legs?
Just
what
a
we want.
massive fucking
Just flops in the ground.
crashes fucking cars
Oh,
underneath.
damn. Why do we always talk about giant penises and this,
You bring him up
remember, like Behemoth
every
as well,
time.
the elephant seal nose, like the big cock.
And
Robo says,
you're the one that brings it up every
I
time, buddy.
don't. I don't. Hey, I also have PSVR 2 and I'm a graphics bitch. I know, Bad Robo, but it's the effort. It's the wires. It's the wires now when it comes to PSVR 1 and the Move controllers. I don't even think I could get both of them to turn on anymore. Anyway, next topic, which isn't news. It's more like the lack of news, I guess. Aces of Thunder. Why is the video not playing?
Oh my god, you want me to play it for you?
What's going on?
Oh my god.
What's going
This
on?
guy.
What's going on?
This guy.
What's going on? There it is.
This guy.
Sorry about that. But yeah, so
Technical difficulties.
well, there you go. On the 11th of June, we had the first update where they talked about the Russians, and then 10 days later, 21st of June, we had this one that's playing right now, which is what, the British fucking planes. So then my thinking was, okay, in another 10 days we're going to have the third one, which is the Japanese or the Americans. I don't know which one they're going to show. But it's been 12 days or 13 days, whatever it is now, and there's been no sign of the third one. So what's going on? What's going on? This is, I think, a symptom of Sony not stepping in and helping them with the marketing, because they're doing it kind of themselves. It looks like it seems a little bit higgledy-piggledy. You know, it's kind of, there's no rhyme or reason to the flow of these updates, because we're
Bippity boppity?
a little bit bibbity boppity. Yeah, I would say so. If I had to say. But yeah, like for all I know, it could be out right now. I haven't checked the Instagram because that's the only place you can find out. Oh, Facebook too. Sorry, but I checked it earlier on.
Where are
but I
these
just didn't check it.
developers from?
They're Gaijin and I think they're Eastern European. I think like maybe no, I won't say they're Russian because I don't know for certain. But like Russia, Ukraine, somewhere around that neck of the woods.
You can go see all the advertising on this game on their MySpace page right now.
Yeah, I forgot to check there. Maybe that's
the
where it is.
the best gameplay is shown up there.
But yeah, that's it basically.
That's it.
Yeah, but like it seemed like they were ramping up to something. Part 1, part 2, part 3, and then after part 3, which was the final one, they said it was going to be the final one. Then maybe there's going to be a release date, or maybe it was going to stealth drop or something. That's what I was expecting. But now that's slowed down part 3 now, and I'm like,
Just give us a date already.
give us a
Damn it.
Maybe it's
Give us a
in like
date.
maybe it's in the last stages of like approval, and they're just waiting for Sony to give them the okay so they can just fucking drop us simultaneously or something. It's really hard to know with these games. They can come out of nowhere.
I just want us to give us information about how many players for sure can we do multiplayer. That's what I'm really, really curious about.
Yeah, why are these details a secret? Why can't they
Maybe
tell
they
us
want
that?
to bamboozle us like the other game. What was the other
Surely
game
it's
that came out
locked
of
in.
nowhere?
Project Wingman.
Trash.
Project Wingman. Where they were like, yeah, the whole campaign's in VR. Yeah, sure thing. yeah, sure thing, pal, buy it. It's
No
all in
refunds.
VR. Goodbye.
I was actually thinking while I was on vacation, like that it would probably get released while I'm away, so I couldn't play it.
Oh yeah. Well,
Like day two into the vacation, the game comes out, and I have to wait like
would
2
you be
weeks to
itching? Would you
get
be
back home and
itching
play
for
it.
that, Muzz?
Yeah, it would.
Yeah.
It's like just sitting by the window, staring every day out
And
the window.
me and Jacko would have figured out the
Tear,
mesa. We'd
tear
have
down my eye.
unlocked all
So
the cool
sad.
planes, and we'd be fucking
Figure
smashing.
nothing.
You know.
Yeah. And then why bother playing? I'd be so far behind.
There you
Don't
go,
have any of
give
the
it
cool
up.
stuff.
Give
It's
it up.
over.
Or just sell your PSVR 2 and get a Quest 3.
Don't listen to him. Ace
Best
of the Thunder's
decision
not
you've
on,
ever
Russ.
made
Ace of the
in your
Thunder's
life.
not there. It's not coming there. Bad Robot, well, I might. Bad Robot says I have the PSVR 1 and PSVR 2 connected to the PS5. I can't live like
Whoa.
this. As soon as I had the PSVR 2, I was like, get rid of this thing. Get with these wires, the breakout box. I'm annoyed that the PC adapter looks so much like a breakout box. All the
Yeah, it
wires
looks
are
like the
coming
exact same thing. I think they literally are just repurposing it.
It's smaller. It's definitely smaller, but it's still.
It is.
It's still the wires, wires everywhere.
Still a few wires.
War Room says the Americans on the 4th. There you go. There's an idea. Maybe they're saving it for... What's fucking the 4th of July now? Well, not for you, yes, I guess. So maybe tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Maybe. That's
That'll
if
be
they're showing
cool.
off the Americans. Like, surely the Japanese would get some... Like, they've got some iconic... But then again, I was thinking the Germans will be in this part, But it seems to be just Soviets, British, and then whatever the last one's going to be. Maybe they don't want you to be the fucking Nazis, I guess, because that could look bad. But listen, they have like the Red Baron. He's like a famous plane, be cool to fly that. And then like kamikaze fucking fighter jets in Japan, or not jets, but planes.
Jets.
Anyway, Dan Parker is here. How you doing, Dan Parker? He's peeping with his eyeballs. And Edify Till I Die is also here. There's 21 fools here. Get them likes up. Thank you, Edify Till I Die. 23 fools. Damn, we're growing in popularity. The more I speak, the more the numbers go up, essentially. But yeah, nothing else really to say unless you have anything to add to that. Gentle women.
Pre-order.
Pre-order, you can't. Can you even wishlist this game? I think you can, but you
Nothing.
can't.
Can't do
pre-order it.
nothing.
Sony don't want to tell you about this game anyway. It doesn't exist to them. Okay, next topic then is Resident Evil. Very exciting, am I right? Woo. Yeah.
Resident Evil what? Which one?
Don't worry about which one. So the next, basically, we had the leaks about Resident Evil 9. It's going to be based on an island, open world, blah, blah, blah. Well, they've come out and they've said that there is another Resident Evil that they're working on. Like, not a remake. Like a new Resident Evil. So I'm going to read out some quotes. This came from GamesRadar.com. So,
Oh, sorry. I just need to mention, because it was bugging me. Red Baron was World War One, not World War Two.
oh shit.
Yeah.
I've humiliated myself. I'm so sorry.
I showed you.
I have to go.
Continue.
Go. I'm sorry, I have to go. I can't
Hide
speak.
yourself.
Take over for me, please.
By Quest.
I'm back. Shut up.
I'll send you the
I'm
link.
back.
I'll send
Shut
you the link
up.
right now.
Shut
On my affiliate link so I can get a discount.
I bet
too.
you do. I bet you do, you snake. This is technically the Russians had a jet. Oh shit, the Russians had a jet in World War II. There you go. But not the Japanese. Anyway, the quote that was read out, that I'm about to read out, says, "We're making a new Resident Evil," said Resident Evil 7 director Koshi Nakanishi. So the guy for 7 is back. And they said this in the Capcom Next Summer 2024 live stream. He goes on to say, "It was really difficult to figure out what to do after 7, but I found it. And to be honest, it feels substantial." I imagine him groping himself as he says that. He didn't do that. I'm just putting that. That's myself. I added that part myself. That's not part of the
Nice.
post. I can't share any details just yet, but I hope you're excited for the day I can. According to Nakanishi, the starting point for Biohazard came when he and the other developers realized that Resident Evil games should scare the hell out of you. So that's the end of the post.
What a novel idea.
I think it's the reason he brings that up is because allegedly people complained that 7 was too
Me.
scary. Well, yeah, bitches over here.
No.
And then with 8, they went out of their way to make it more actiony and less scary, even though they still had that dollhouse mode, or not mode, segment. But now he's like doubling down. We shouldn't have listened to those bitches at 8, which I agree with. They should have doubled down on the horror, and it looks like they're going to do that with 9. So yeah, while he's the director of Resident Evil 7, which could be, a good thing in terms of us having hope for a VR mode. At the end of the day, from what we've all heard, is that Sony was the one who was giving them cash to get the VR modes in. So I would imagine it'll be the same here, where if Sony pony up, maybe we get Resident Evil 9 VR, and if they don't, if you listen to, if you read the tea leaves, you see the writing on the wall where they don't give a shit about VR anymore, which is what I'm expecting, is that they won't. So if Resident Evil 9 or whatever this is,
I think they will.
It's 9. If it doesn't though, and we already said that with Astrobot, but there's still people out there after Astrobot who are like, no, everything's fine, blah blah blah. But surely after, if Resident Evil 9 happens, for those people, are they gonna eventually accept us? Like, at what point do they accept us? That that Sony was giving up on PSVR 2.
Sony's not trying to push it anymore.
They don't give a shit about it.
I don't think they'll ever change their mind.
Because I'm starting to see people now talking about, okay, how I'm negative Nancy when it comes to PSVR 2, and there's positive Patricia's out there.
Since the past week and a half, because before that, you've been...
Well, it's been longer than that. It's been longer than that. Since Astrobot, basically. But even before, since fucking First Contact got shut down, that's when I started getting negative on this. The writing, seeing all the red flags, they all started adding up. But anyway, I'm not talking about that right now. What I'm trying to say is, since the last leak we had, where the dude was Windows Central dude was like, oh, Sony, you're cutting support for PSVR 2, but there's 2 games in development for PSVR 2. What I'm starting to notice now is that the positive Patricias, maybe equally as toxic as me, by the way, are focusing on these 2 new games, and they're calling his other rumor bullshit. So one of it, they're listening to what they want to hear, and then they're ignoring what they don't want to hear, and they're saying, no, this guy's unreliable. Don't listen to the bad news he has. But let's believe the good news that he brought.
2 games from Sony.
Let's talk about them. What are these 2 games we're getting, guys? What's the release dates gonna be? For the
with
record,
this, and that was first party that he was talking, right? Actual Sony first party games.
It sounded like that, but I would imagine it could be open to something like a First Contact deal, maybe.
Or if Resident Evil 9 was in VR, would that be considered a big title, even though it's from Capcom?
It shouldn't be considered first party, but if he includes that, I'd accept that. Yeah, I'd count that, because it's backed by them essentially, if it happens. So maybe Gran Turismo 8 and Resident Evil 9, could they be the last 2 big Sony pushes for PSVR 2? Who knows?
At least for now.
Maybe.
If it happens.
I'm just really curious what direction they're going to go with it. What's the big idea that he suddenly came across that he was like, oh, yes, it all makes sense now?
He's just telling you to sell you the game. It's the same thing.
Well, the fact that they're bringing him back, he was behind 7, and people found 7 the scariest in a long, long time. It's oh, finally Resident Evil is scary again. Because I don't know if you played 6. 6 was just a joke, fucking action.
Yeah, 6 was just an action movie.
Game, but it's an action movie.
Yeah.
I can't remember what I was going to say. But
next topic.
Next topic. No, not next topic. Let me read the fucking chats. Dylan says, I know I wasn't in that war. I'm not. I'm old, not ancient. I should have made that joke, but I didn't even think about it then. Bad Robo says, I need to go back to Resident Evil 4 and PSVR 2 and platinum this bitch. I'm in the middle of playing it in professional mode right now, but I'm doing this in New Game Plus, so I don't think I get the rewards. I think I have to start a new game without the gear I got from the previous game. Because if you finish this on professional and get the S rank, you get infinite ammo or some shit, which I really want. But maybe if I go for the proper run, I might stream that or do a series or whatever. But anyway, it's an amazing game. And Jackpot, you talk shit about PSVR 2. It's ridiculous that you have one and that you won't play this game. It's just ridiculous.
Don't I have to play 7 first?
You don't have to play 7. This is 4. This is 4. 4 comes before 7. 4 comes before 7, all right? You ever count the numbers as a child when you're learning them? You count 1, 2.
You say
3,
yeah, but sometimes the story
4.
doesn't mean shit.
Don't worry about the story. Listen, even if you play 7 before 8, all right, so I'll give you that. But you can play 4 before 7. That's fine.
Oh well, then there you go, bitch. How am I supposed to know?
Because 4 comes before 7.
Right. The whole point is that this game is not as scary according to everybody. So what's the point? It's an
Because
action
it's still
game,
fucking
right?
amazing. Like,
Is
it's
it?
still
Is this the
amazing.
okay? Let's say that.
This is
Let's say that I just
this is
bought
my
my.
favorite
Shut
game
up.
on PSVR 2, basically.
Shut up. Okay, so I just bought my PlayStation VR 2, and you're telling me one game, not
Yes.
Gran Turismo, one game to play.
Yeah.
You tell me is this one?
For me, yeah.
Okay. I guess
This is
buy
the
it for me and I'll play it.
Other people think of Resident Evil 8, but I think this is a better game.
I don't know. Let me see. Resident Evil 4.
Remake.
They never bring Resident
Remake.
Evil 7.
You wouldn't play it anyway.
To
You wouldn't play it anyway.
No, bitch, hold on. They need to bring it on the PSVR 2 with the controllers because on the PC, I can't get it to work. My split brain.
But the PSVR 1 version didn't have the controllers either. It just used head aiming. Like A's.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. They should make it
Just
so
take it
we
easy.
can have
Just
that
take it easy.
version.
Prey Dog. Didn't Prey Dog add motion controls?
Yeah, but I can't get the graphics to look nice.
Damn.
I did it like 2 years ago on the
PC
Shadow
gaming
PC.
is
Maybe I'll
trash.
try it.
I'm so annoyed with the announcement. The Resident Evil 7 is going to be coming to like iOS and like iPhones and shit. It's like, why couldn't they bring it to the VR? No, you have
Cash.
to bring it to like
Cash.
bring it to the phones.
They
Yeah.
seem like if Sony don't give them the bag of cash, they won't do it. Which is fair enough. Like they're a business, not a charity at the end of the day.
How much is
Starting
Resident
to feel like it.
Evil?
Well, I bought this for like fucking 30 or something. It was on sale. Like we knew it was coming, so when it was on sale, I was like, "Damn, get it now."
So it's the PS5 version, huh?
Yes.
Damn, it's fucking expensive.
Just wait for it to go on sale and then get it. You gotta get it.
$39.
That's fucking.
Didn't
Listen,
it go
it's
$10?
worth
Didn't it go on
100.
sale for
It's
$10?
worth 100.
Fuck no.
It is worth 200.
I have Resident Evil 7. I'll try to finish that first
No, you won't.
on the PC.
You're just gonna play contractors.
I will.
You're just gonna.
I told you, well, I will, yes, but I also will play the other game.
you
And the Decepticon told me, what is it? The mansion one? Fuck. There's like a scary mansion game.
Seventh guess.
There's like 2 paths. No,
Two paths.
the manor affected the manor.
Oh, affected the man.
After the
I
man.
want to play that shit. Yeah.
If you
I didn't want to play
haunted
scary
house,
games.
Madison.
Well, Madison until it goes on a deep sale. Went on a sale for $5. That's not enough for me.
Come on.
Of a sale. It needs
Or
to
they
go
deserve
like
it. It's a
$30 sale.
well-made game.
I know, but I have so many other scary games that I can play that I already have
All right.
and that are
okay.
cheaper.
We won't play them anyway.
All
We
right.
won't play any of them.
I'll
anyway.
play. Start tomorrow. I'll play one, so you can shut up.
Dan Parker says, I just bought Hubris on sale. It's pretty fun collecting jellyfish arms and crafting jelly testicles to climb on. 10 out of 10. I only played the demo of that. I did have fun with the tentacle thing. You could wiggle us around. That was quite fun. But I haven't heard enough people being like, oh yeah, this is fucking class. You're the first person I've seen with like a high score, like a 10 out of 10. I've seen more like 6, 7, stuff like that. Deech says Bad Robo is hooking us up with Astro Boss because Sony won't do it. LSB says Run the Jewels, Deej. Roy Schwartz says a bit off topic. Is Vertigo 2 been updated as fixture? From what I heard, it still has frame rate issues. All right. Sorry for the weird mouth noises there. I was thinking about Jackpot. Got a bit sick in my mouth. LSB says Jackpot and Resident Evil don't mix, but they need to, because you can't judge, because he's always saying PSVR 2 is trash, PSVR 2 trash, and he doesn't play the fucking best games on it. It's like, of course it's trash. Ray Schwartz says, okay, thanks, Bad Robo. There you go. Is there anything else to say about this?
I'm just
So expensive.
I'm wondering if they're gonna stay like a traditional Resident Evil. Like if it is Resident Evil 9, I wonder if they're gonna like change the formula like drastically, or are they gonna like?
Oh, the rumors are open world.
No,
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Yeah,
An open world.
yeah. That's
So,
what
that's not
just
gonna be scary.
Gollum.
That is definitely changing.
But apparently
changing the
there's like they're remaking Zero and Code Veronica, and this is in the mix as well. So I'm not sure
Right.
what the next one will be. You know.
So Resident Evil 9. It's rumored though. It's not that like,
Well, but
officially
it's the dude like Dusk Golem or whatever his name is, and he like gets these things right. Like he's a really good track. Like
Okay.
he leaked everything about Village, werewolves, the set, and everything. So he's saying it's an island in the South Pacific, and it's big open world.
Big
Yeah.
open
But
world,
he
and,
didn't
and he wants
say.
to make it, and he wants to make it really scary as well. So an open world scary
Yeah,
game,
be hard to do.
that
But
would be
like,
hard to do.
If
But
it's
if
at
they,
night, if it's at night for most part or whatever, or a lot of the times,
like,
it
I'd
can be
imagine
really
there's like
scary.
quote unquote dungeon areas where you got to go into a building as like a facility, and then those areas are probably
yeah.
fucking terrifying. But he didn't say. I don't think if it's gonna be first person or third person or what.
Oh, if it had co-op too, that would be sweet.
Yes, but
4-player
then
co-op.
co-op could ruin the horror. You know.
Not an open world version. I don't think.
Okay.
Well, maybe it would. Maybe it would.
But I
It's
prefer
gonna be
to have
fun.
the 4-player and be fun
Yeah,
than by myself and be scary. I prefer the 4-player option.
I'd be shocked if there's like if there is co-op. First of all, I'll be shocked, and then if it's 4-player co-op, I'll be like
No, well, it's
my
not
jaw
gonna
will be on
be.
my penis.
I'm just saying it would be cool, but it's not gonna be
Yeah.
single
Ellis,
player.
I'm sorry, read that already. Dan says, I'm easily pleased, lol. Everyone crying about Sony's lack of support, and I'm still balls deep in my current library. That's fine. Like, I'm still happy enough with this year's output. Like, that's if we get Aces of Thunder this year, Phasmophobia, Behemoth, Metro, Aliens. Like, it's still a solid year, I think. Not as high quality as Resident Evil, Gran Turismo, or whatever. But my problem is, you know, the drought is coming beyond that, 2025 and beyond. You know, the dryness is on the way. Anyway, Resident Evil. If this doesn't have any viewer support, you know, what are you positive Patricia's going to spin that as? How are you going to spin it?
Yeah, Patricia.
Yeah. All right, next topic is Ghosts of Tabor. Not really.
Oh yeah,
any
this
news.
game, the game I forgot about.
Yeah, contractors came along and like took all my hype away for this game,
Yeah, kind of.
which is but
Plus,
because
it's
it's
been
coming
a
out
long
first.
time.
It's going to come out
It's
first.
also
Totally
been a
different
really,
game.
really long time since it was like said it was going to be coming to PSVR 2 when this.
Yeah, it got delayed.
I still think we can have fun in this game. There's a lot of fucking around to do, fucking with people, and it's totally different than. And I haven't played it a lot. We've only played a little bit, but I can tell we can have fun. The graphics are not the best.
Well, it's running on a Quest, obviously, so it's not going to have great graphics.
Well, yeah, whatever it is, it's not great.
But
so,
listen, in
but
fairness,
I don't care about that.
We haven't seen any footage of it running on a PSVR 2. Allegedly, they've held it up, like they've handed off development to a third-party studio for the PSVR 2 port. So fingers crossed they did a good job. Sometimes that can go wrong, you know. Trying to think of some examples.
I think it'll be fine.
Like The Witcher on Switch or the Hogwarts Legacy on Switch. You know, them third parties can go bad. Not third parties, but like different studios when they do it outhouse instead of in-house. Anyway, the reason we're talking about this now is because their Twitter feed has started teasing like obvious images, like their close-up blurry shots of the PSVR 2. It's like, you know, you can tell the rubber face gasket thing and a close-up of the Sense controller and shit like that. So they were ramping up, it seemed to be, like one a day, and then they kind of slowed down again a bit. So I'm not really sure what's going on. I assume they'll either give us a release date soon or might actually even just drop it for PSVR 2 imminently.
I hope a game like this can retain its player base on PlayStation.
Well, it has to have crossplay, doesn't it?
It has to have crossplay.
It has to.
Yeah.
If it doesn't have crossplay, it would be a really bad idea.
And I think this game is like it's not hard to find matches. I think it still has a. I'm not gonna say healthy or I don't even know, but I know that there's people still playing this game. If you're trying to get in a match, unless he always tries to play it.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely not for everyone because it seems like really hardcore. You got to like craft each bullet that you want to shoot, and you know some people.
I think you can buy too.
Load them individually into the magazine yourself, and then have them all stored on your table. And
some people like love that. That could be like really fucking immersive and like a simulation kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think you can buy too. You can buy the bullets already made, and you can, you know, get your shit that you find in the going out in runs and sell that shit and buy other weapons and all kinds of different shit. I think it's people complain about it saying, "Oh, I just don't want to get all this loot and then eventually die and lose everything." It's like it's.
I think it was Pete Hawkins.
No,
was saying like
Decepticon. He's a bitch.
Like
no, I just remembered. I just remember what made me not quite as hyped for this because didn't they have something in this game where after so much time, like after like several months, they do like a wipe and like
Yes.
erase.
Yeah.
They erase all your inventory, like they take everything away out of your base and you have to start from scratch again.
Yep. They do that.
Yes.
And like
So
everyone.
when I heard that, I was like, that is, yeah, I
Yeah.
don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't like that at all.
But is
I
that?
like to keep my stuff, and if I lose it on the battlefield, that's one thing.
Yeah.
But just have it taken away from you, and then you have to start all over again just to keep the game fresh.
Yeah.
That's more of a downer to me than keeping the game fresh. I don't like that idea at all.
What do you think about that, Jackpot?
I
The wipes.
agree. I don't like that either, but it might. I've heard some people say it's because it seems to make sense, right? You get a lot of your shit, you save a lot, and you don't want to. But some people say that it kind of they kind of like that because it's a little. It sounds stupid, but like a fresh start. But I
Yeah.
don't like that at all. I don't
Well, it
like
could
to
be
get my
like
shit deleted, especially.
it could be
But
really
I
good.
haven't played it enough. I don't know.
Could be really good for us as PSVR 2 owners if we're like joining for the first time. Everyone else is like way ahead of us, and we'd be fucking getting creamed. So then a fresh wipe puts us on like more of an even playing field. Although,
Yeah, but what happens if someone can't play the game like a ton, and then they never get like a good amount of loot because like it'll keep wiping their inventory before they can like start accumulating like a bunch of good stuff. You know what I mean?
well, I was just
Well,
gonna
a
So
lot
ask.
of
like,
what?
I was just gonna ask, like maybe there's not like a huge amount that you can accumulate. Like maybe after 20 hours of gameplay, you kind of get everything you kind of want to get, and you run out of content. You know, kind of. I
I
don't know.
don't. Maybe somebody in the chat knows, but the times that we play it has been a lot. At the beginning, obviously, you find a gun pretty easily, and you're like, "Oh my god, I found a fucking AK, whatever," right? But then eventually, you just find a bunch of shit, and if you want to, you just go back because you can go back to the extraction if you want to just keep that shit. But for the most part, people want to camp and try to go to different buildings, and there's NPCs, and some NPCs have different, either helmets or because the one thing I really like about this game is all the different things you can customize and all the different levels of like armor and helmets and the night vision and all that stuff. So I agree that if they do delete everything, maybe it is an advantage, but I don't think it's that huge of an issue because even though people are gonna be better at the game, I think that's gonna be more of an issue than the equipment that they have. Because yeah, there's gonna have some, but I'm assuming there's gonna be some type of I'm hoping some type of balancing going on when we first get this stuff. Because yeah, otherwise it might not be as great.
Yeah.
like it also depends on how fast you can accumulate the gear again. Like maybe you find stuff like really easy in it, so it's not that big of a problem. I guess I don't really know, but I'm just not a fan of that kind of game play in general. Like when they take something away from you just to refresh it for some reason.
Yeah.
But I'm still interested in playing this one though. Like I just like a new shooter that has a different feel than the other ones, like a slower pace, more methodical kind of feel to it.
Yeah, it's not battle royale; it's like
Right.
extraction shooter. So we don't.
It's an
I mean,
extraction, so
we don't have either of those on PSVR 2 yet. So it'll
yeah.
be something unique.
But the gameplay feels not like it feels a little bit hard in a good way. It doesn't feel as easy to aim and kill people. I know I'm usually suck, but it didn't feel as easy. So it's nice the type of gameplay how it feels. So I'm excited to
But
get back in it.
you can kill fast in it. Like if you have good aim, like it only takes like one or two bullets to put
Yes.
somebody down. It's not like there's like a shield that you have to break through, like
Nope.
Yeah,
it's
slurp
like
juice, drinking
But
that
it's not
slurp
as
juice.
easy
it's just realistic. Like you get tagged like
Yeah.
a few times with a bullet, you're gonna be dead. Like
Mhm.
you're not gonna be like, oh, I'll just run behind this rock and let my health
You
regen.
can like get your legs broken and shit too. Can't, like if you drop from too high, your legs get fucked. And
I think isn't this the game that they say there was a trailer about how depending on where that you get hit or how many times you get hit, you're gonna bleed out faster or some shit.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
all right, let me try and catch up.
LSB's played it a couple more times, so ask him. He's in the chat.
Dan says, "Yeah, baby, Ghost of Tabor looks great. Ghost of Tabor is an extraction shooter, right? Different to Contractor Showdown. Yes, it is. Much more slow paced. I think like Contractors is way more fast paced, arcadey, Call of Duty Warzone type thing.
Yeah.
Whereas this is more like Escape from Tarkov. Plank71 says Tier 1 direct action looks better than Ghosts of Tabor in my eyes. Damn, I should have put that down as a topic actually because I'd forgotten. But is there actual gameplay of that though? Like I heard, from what I heard, is like really, really, really pre-alpha. They got to do like not a GoFundMe, but a Kickstarter to get that game up and going. So I'll look into that and have it researched for the next Touch and Tips, and we'll talk about it then. But yeah, thanks for reminding me of that, Plank.
The Tier 1, yeah, we have no idea what that's even going to look like yet. Like, technically, like...
Well, the way he says looks better makes me think, like, is there actual footage out there of
gameplay? They have stills. I think all they showed so far is just, like, still frames of the game. Like, I don't think there's anything... I haven't seen anything, like, of the game running yet. Unless he saw something I didn't.
Maybe there's something in their Discord or whatever. LSP says Ghost of War is quality for what it is. I don't like these little things, like, for what it is. What does that mean?
I don't know.
It's a unique gameplay. Some people don't like to, go try to get loot, kill people, and then try to escape type shit,
I do agree, though, if Tier 1 direct action does end up being quality, I like that kind of game better than Ghost of Tabor. Like, if it's an extraction shooter, I like the, more military sim style.
Isn't there someone making it, like developers of some other VR game are working on that? Like they've left. I can't remember who it was.
Yeah, it's makers of something. Yeah, I can't recall either.
Was the maker of Onward?
Yes, Onward. Yep, that's it. Yeah.
Okay.
That's the one.
LSP says it's the whole gameplay loop that either makes it or breaks it for players. Yeah, I guess that's what I'm saying. It's not for everyone. Not everyone's going to like this. Yeah. Which is fair. Pete Hawkins didn't like it. I think Dan said as well he didn't like it. It's not this Dan, the other Dan, the Deadeye Dan. This Dan says at least the maps seem nice and big in Ghost of Tabor. That was actually my one worry about it. Is like they've got the one big map, which is, well, I say big, but it's like 16 players maximum of that map. And then all these other little, like, smaller maps, which are designed for like 8 players or, interiors and stuff like that. So you're saying they've got like big maps. So maybe they've added more since that I haven't seen because I haven't been following it closely because they kind of stopped talking about PSVR 2 until recently. And I kind of lost interest, but now I'm getting interest again, so I got to look into these maps, see what's up. We don't have a shooter with bigger maps, says Dan Parker. That's true. Damn, you fucking shared that clip. I don't.
Contractors has a bigger map, but I guess it's
What for PSVR 2?
Battle Royale. Yeah.
Exactly. But speaking of contractors, that fucking clip that Jackpot shared at the end of the vehicles where they're shooting out the fucking window, and it's like, damn, this is the fucking GTA shit we want.
Yeah.
Yep.
They got that in contract.
Should have gotten a Quest. You can still buy a Quest.
It's coming to PS4 too, remember? It's on their to-do list. Remember that? And it's going to have haptics. It's going to feel good. You're going to feel the window rolling down as you stick your head outside. You're going to feel all that.
It's going to look better. They're going to have a new coat of polish on it for the VR too.
Rumbles.
Yeah.
It is going to look better. In the PC, it looks a lot better than the Quest 2 and the Quest 3. The Quest 3 looks really good though. Not gonna lie.
Nobody believes that. But before we move on to the next, is there anything else you want to say before I move on to the next topic about Ghost of Tabor? Do you have like a prediction for when we're actually going to get this
release?
Before or after Phasmophobia?
Before
Phasmophobia?
Everything before Phasmo. Phasmo are coming.
Yeah, I'd say before Phasmo. Yeah.
Oh, that makes me sick.
Yep.
But yeah, okay. Anything else to say though? Ghost of Tabor.
I'm excited to try it again. Maybe.
When's the last time you played it? Like, it's probably had a few updates since you've played it.
Fucking months.
I'm sure she must have had some updates.
Months, and since Decepticon doesn't like it, and it's technically 3 players, I think up to 3 players, we don't really play that shit anymore. Especially since Contractors came up, but it's been like, I don't know, 5 months, 6 months maybe, probably even more.
It's been a while then.
Yeah.
Before I move on to the next topic, I just want to remind people, if they go to the description, they'll see a link for a GoFundMe for WickedCurves, who's recently been through terrible situation, both with illness and with losing her home in a fire, herself and her partner, and she lost pets as well. So if anyone's able to help out, the link to that GoFundMe is in the description, and we move on to the next topic. System Critical 3. You big System Critical 2 fans?
Never heard of it in my life.
Well, I think a lot of people are about to be System Critical 2 fans because the developer for System Critical 3, which I guess was announced when he tweeted this, says that when he does make the sequel, it's going to be on PSVR 2 first, which is kind of a shocking thing to do, or for a developer to say or do. Basically,
in this day and age,
in this economy,
So what is this? What are you showing me? What is this? What's gameplay of what?
This is System Critical 2, so we don't have any footage for 3. It's
And
an
this is out
indie
on the
title.
PSVR 2?
This is on PSVR 2 and Quest, and it's basically like it's got the heavily inspired by Mega Man. You can see that cannon arm thing, which is like straight out of Mega Man.
Yeah,
It's not AAA. It's like I don't know how many people worked on this. It
Not
seems.
really.
But yeah, System
Looks,
Critical 3.
fast-paced,
Listen, if he's doing a 3, then maybe 2 did well. Maybe he's going to be able to reinvest some of them funds into 3 and making it look a bit better or whatever. And the fact that it's not going to be held back by Quest, if it's coming to PSVR 2 first, maybe we'll see something that looks a lot more impressive than 2. That's my hope, anyway. Is that it can be like a big leap, kind of a sequel.
Yeah. I mean, take the positives out of this one and just improve and make it bigger and better for PlayStation VR 2. I think it could be.
One thing I heard about this is like it's brutally hard. Like that's the big complaint. It's like nobody can beat it because it's fucking brutal. And the developer is like he thought 2 was too easy, so he's making 3 harder. So yeah, I don't know if you like hard games or not. I guess like that Mega Man era was tough. Those games must have been tough. That's what he's going for. I don't know. But he did say like that it is going to come to other platforms. It's just that it will come to PSVR 2 first. So there you go. No idea when this is coming either, by the way. Might not even be
early development.
Yeah, it could be very, very early. Might not even happen. Who knows? LSP says with the meta PC viewer version of Showdown coming very soon, there's a good chance the PSVR 2 version is a lot closer than you think. Dang. So did they give a date for that meta PC viewer version of Contractors?
I think they say when the update or the season 1 comes out, which is I think at the end of this month, when the cares come. That's when they're gonna do the.
Could we get it on the release of the car?
So hold on, I'm confused. Because why would that indicate that we'd be getting it sooner? Because it's already on Steam Viewer, isn't it?
Yeah, but I don't know. It's fucking weird because the meta version, the standalone Questicle, perfectly fine, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the PC meta version never fucking. It's not out. It doesn't exist, and it was stupid. But the Steam version is out, and it works fine.
Okay.
So finally, now they're bringing this shit out, but I don't know. For some reason, LSB thinks that's I mean, it is technically. He's technically right because now they don't have to focus so much on trying to get the meta PC version to work, and they can just focus more on the PSVR 2 version.
So I'm a little bit confused about this Mesa PC viewer thing. Like, surely the Steam version will be the same as the Mesa PC viewer version. Like, what's the difference? Why can't they just use?
I don't know. I don't fucking know, dude. I'm sure there's something in there in the code, something in fucking there, the way that they can use the software. I have no idea, but for some weird reason, it was not there. I mean, it hasn't been there, and it sucked because I fucking ended up buying the Steam version.
Oh, you would have got a cross-buy if you didn't, yeah.
That's the whole reason why I got it, because I was like, should I just buy the Steam version? But I was like, well, then I can't play it standalone, and that's the whole fucking point.
Yeah.
So I ended up buying both. God damn it, Contractors, but it's worth it. Nah, you get wrecked, bitch.
Okay,
you haven't played.
He's clearing us up what he means. He says the fact that it's done means they could be working on the PSVR 2 version now. It could be further along than most people think. Okay, so I can understand that. I thought he was thinking like, oh, now that they have this higher end version that they can port that to PSVR 2 or something. But I was confused because they already got that on Steam. Anyway, is there anything to be said about System Critical 3?
It's potentially another game on the list.
Yeah.
It honestly doesn't look bad besides the graphics. Like, it looks fast paced.
Even the graphics don't look horrible. I mean, it's
like
not like
platformer,
not AAA or anything, but
got some cool environments, like planets and space and shit.
Yeah, and it looks polished. It looks like it's running smooth and.
All right. So yeah. One to keep an eye on.
Could be another one.
Yes.
Added to the pile. Added to like three.
As for a code.
3 PSVR 2 exclusives now.
He did it.
We
You
did
got
it.
your money's worth.
We did it. Next game then is Walkabout Mini Golf. And as you can see, I'm playing the video here they released, which is like a behind the scenes making of the course. So you'll see clips of the new course that's coming the 25th of July, the days it is. I don't know if they gave us a price. I'm assuming it'll be the same price as all the other courses, which is like what, $3.99, $2.99, something like that.
I think it's $2.99.
Yeah, I suppose it depends on what country you're in or whatever. Nothing really to say about this other than, you know, maybe watch the video, check it out if you're a fan of either
And buy it.
Wallace and Gromit or Walkabout Mini Golf. I'm sure it'll be a very good course. Like, they seem to be putting a huge effort into this because it is probably like the biggest crossover they've had. Maybe is it? I'm trying to think, have they crossed over?
Maybe this and Labyrinth.
I'd say this is bigger than
Wow.
Labyrinth, is it?
It's bigger than Labyrinth is like an 80s movie. Wallace and Gromit is still like a current running IP. So
yeah.
at least it's not like a
But yeah,
really old thing.
I think if you like skipped a certain parts, I don't know where it's going to be, but you'll see a little. Yeah, here we go. That's an example of this is what it actually looks like. You can see the toasters popping up toast and shit. It looks like the most detailed course so far. Like they're really putting some budget into this one.
I just like the when there's stuff or obstacles or things along the course that you have to go. Like the laser one was pretty cool. I feel like the newer ones, for the most part, they're doing more of that.
Yeah, except for Venice. I don't
which
know
I
why they
like.
didn't do that with Venice. Venice disappointed me.
Yeah, Venice was.
It was just-
Yeah, that
It
was
looked
pretty
cool,
boring.
But it wasn't. Yeah, wasn't as fun.
Paris, the Eiffel Tower one was good. But yeah, nothing else really to say about this other than I'm looking forward to it.
So
It's like a
the
game.
guys, I didn't realize that the guys that made Wallace and Gromit were actually like collaborating with them, making the game. This looks kind of cool. Like,
I didn't know that. I didn't. I
well, it
haven't
looks
paid
like
attention.
they're. It looks like what I'm watching right now. I mean, I'm not hearing what they're saying, but it looks like they were like
Involved.
doing like doing like the jobs for the levels and stuff, and it can't be like handcrafted. Like it's not like it's gonna be like Wallace and Gromit where it's like filmed. That would be nuts.
From 4K.
Like actually like a claymation like recording and then you just get put into that world. That'd be crazy. Never gonna be that good.
Dan Parker says, I hope Alien Rogue Incursion is good. It's my most wanted. With Behemoth a close second. I'm a little bit worried about Alien Rogue Incursion. Just because of what they showed seemed choppy. The frame rate was just, it's not a good sign to see that, but I'm hoping they can sort it
But
out in
it
time.
it was literally just like a 20-second clip, so I mean you can't really extract too much from
why
that.
do they only have 20 seconds? That worries me as well. It's like they don't have anything to
It
show.
wasn't bad. The choppiness, they just fucked up, but the game is not choppy.
No, I think that's 100%.
This is all we can show.
That's not an issue with the video. That's actually the game. The frame rate is choppy. All right, that's
No, the game
no,
is
it's not
not
a fuck up.
choppy.
It's not
like-
a fuck up. Because they couldn't
I
watch it on
I
YouTube
understand.
afterwards. Why would they upload that to YouTube afterwards for anyone to see?
Because people are dumb. They don't
Someone said, Fred, you get the best 20 seconds you can find of this video game to show off to everybody. Okay, sir.
Somebody
I know.
hates somebody there at the fucking the dev studio and put that shit out, you know?
Damn Fred. Screwing up.
But Dan, as to the other game, Behemoth, I think that's probably my most anticipated out of those two, at least. I think Behemoth is going to be like a Game of the Year contender, just because like the pedigree of Saints and Sinners developers, Skydance Interactive, they're really good.
And that scale will be pretty cool to see in VR.
It sure will. Gaiden Prime, how you doing? Says Lo-Fi Shadow Drop 2026. That's supposed to be coming
Lo-Fi.
this year. That's supposed to be 2024. He said he had to
Yeah,
release it because he's
I'll
running
believe
out of
that.
money.
I'll believe that.
He
I'll
can't,
believe that
he said
when I
he
see
can't
it.
afford not to release it this year. So we'll see if he's maybe found some funds or whatever to stretch it out to 2025 or 2026. But I still don't really know what the game actually is. It's like supposedly you're a bounty hunter, but like you get like
I don't know.
infinite bounties to hunt. Like, is that going to be born after 10 of them? Are they going to get really repetitive? Is it an open world? Can you like freely explore, etc., etc.? I don't know.
Three different characters are you going to be doing bounties for just over and over again? The same three.
Yeah. But
One robot, one.
Because this was like back when Midjourney was like first started taking off. He was like, "Oh, submit your Midjourney fucking mugshot, and I'll get it into the game." So I submitted mine. I'm hoping to see it in the game.
What's a game that what are the games that you think will compete if people are thinking that Behemoth is gonna be like game of the year or top game of the year? What are the games that came out this year that you think are gonna compete?
The three for
I don't
me
think Alien will.
for PSVR 2 only. You
Yeah.
mean? It's got to be Madison. Excuse me, Madison, Behemoth, and Aces of Thunder is my guess. Top three.
You think Aces of Thunder
I
is
think
gonna
it's going to
be
be. I
there?
think it's going to be top. It's going to be top.
Not for
I'm
you,
hoping,
like
I'm
actually,
hoping.
like
For every, yeah, I think it like has a real potential. Like the developers behind that are like big. Like War Thunder is a huge game. Like they have experience.
yeah.
They're bringing
And they
that
got money
technology.
behind them.
Yeah, they got money. they're like the wanted players probably, unless they get a fucking Quest port or Steam port or whatever. That's my big concern about that. But I hope when people are reviewing it that they don't hold that against us, because it's not
Yeah.
their fault. You know, like people did that with Firewall 0 Hour. It pissed me off so much. 6 out of 10 I saw, because the reviewers said, what if you can't get a game in a month? And then 4 years later, even now people are still playing Firewall 0 Hour more than Firewall Ultra. So that was unjustified. 6 out of 10. Dan Parker says Metro Awakening. Yeah, the only thing.
Oh yeah, Metro.
The only thing about
Wanderer comes out as well, but I mean that's
Oh,
a
shit,
remake of
yeah.
a PS1 game.
Forgot
Would you
about
consider that for a game of the year? If it's like
What if you mean like my personal
changed.
one or like an
No, would you
overall?
consider it like an option? Would you consider it
Nobody
an option
cares
for a
about
game of
your
the year?
horrible taste in
Shut your
games.
mouth, you bitch. Fuck, I don't know.
If they
It's
do
hard.
enough changes to it, like if it's enhanced, like if it's greatly enhanced,
I
like in
think it
terms of the
will, yeah.
gameplay and stuff, then it should be considered maybe a game of the year contender.
Just the
If
fact that it's the
like,
same game, even with like visual, like amazing visual differences, like that might disqualify it from a lot of.
I never even
game
played
of
it though, so
races.
technically it's going to be like a brand new game for me this year. So
Okay, but you're talking then about your personal thing. I'm
Yeah,
like, are we
exactly.
asking personal opinions, or are we asking like fucking
No, just in
Jeff,
general.
the Jeff
Just in
Keighley's,
general.
you know? Because I don't know.
get Jeff on the line. What would he
Yeah.
say?
What's the rules, Jeff?
Would he allow it?
What's the rules?
Would he allow it?
But yeah, Metro's one I keep like it's has real potential to be really good. My only concern about Metro is it's from Vertigo, which is, you know, compared to the developers who work on the AAA Metros, the flat ones, it could be like seen as a step down, or like they haven't had real experience yet with AAAs, so they're kind of unproven in that regard. I know Arizona Sunshine is like, well, is it even beloved? I was going to say beloved, but it's liked. I don't think people like go crazy over Arizona Sunshine. You know, it's like okay.
Well, it's got like the history of like when it first came out, it was like one
Yeah.
of the biggest shooters, so it's got like that kind of legacy.
Well, let's say the sequel. Like I don't really hear too many people talk about the sequel.
Oh, well, I own it and I still haven't played it, so I'll let you know eventually.
2 years later.
But
Yeah,
but Metro
I'm
Awakening.
on the ball with these games.
Metro Awakening could be the one that puts them on the map, and then we're like, oh shit, we need to keep an eye on Vertigo Games, what they're doing next, because that was fucking amazing, game of the year, etc. So yeah, it's definitely up, has potential to be game of the year, even though it runs on a Quest as well. Gaiden Prime says, hoping that Behemoth is longer than Saints, because wow, was it short. Good question. I think they did say the number of chapters. I think they gave an estimated length of time as well. It was like 12, 14 hours, something along those lines. If you look at the previews, like UploadVR or whatever, that's got to be there somewhere. Or Gamertag, I think he talked about it in one of his videos, his hands-on preview. Jack, what's his next topic? Shut your mouth, bitch. Gaiden Prime says Behemoth is probably only 20 minutes. They probably already showed the whole game. Well, we know for a fact there's 4 giants, and we've only seen 2 of them. Well, at least 4 giants.
And every giant takes 5 minutes to kill. So there you go.
20 minutes of gameplay. Dan says I enjoyed Arizona Sunshine 2. I completed it anyway. Yeah, but is that like when you like even the way you word that? It's like, well, I completed it. It's not like I loved it
anyway. It was, you know.
Yeah. So maybe I feel like maybe it fell a little, like, especially with the price as well. It kind of was more expensive. Maybe people maybe expected more from Arizona Sunshine 2 than what they got. I don't know. I didn't play it because the reviews didn't fill me with that. Like, you know, oh shit, I need this. LSB says more mini golf. Great. Next topic.
It's because you leave every time, LSB.
Yeah,
you leave right away.
Why you gotta leave all the time? Dump. Get these people out of your life. You know. bring your Quest somewhere remote. Get a what do you call them in America? An RV. Like
What?
Norby.
Yeah, you're really struggling today.
Get into the desert with fucking Walter White and play Walkabout Mini Golf. All right. Dan Parker says, be interesting to see what Vertigo can do with more realistic, gritty graphics. But there you go. This could be like a big breakout moment for them. Anyway, this next topic is big and long, but I'm only using one game to represent the whole thing in the video, which is called VR, but we'll get to that later on. This is about the UploadVR showcase, which I did stream. Did you watch it? Did you watch it, Muzz?
I was tuning in and out because I was on vacations. I was watching it on my phone and I was just like, what? It's like, look at it again. It's like, what are they showing now? Nothing.
Yeah. You must have loved this, Jackpot, because I had like so many Quest games, mixed reality. Any of them tickle your fancy?
Nope.
No.
Trash, bunch of trash,
right.
trash.
So let me get into the notes I've taken here. So there was loads of announcements, actually. There was 49 announcements total in this thing. It was an hour long, this showcase. Very little for PSVR 2. So here's what was PSVR 2 related out of the 49 announcements. DLC for Smash Drums. Walkabout Mini Golf, Wallace and Gromit was teased. What the Bat DLC was announced, even though in the trailer for What the Bat DLC they didn't mention PSVR 2 at all in that trailer, and I thought it was skipping it. But later on Twitter, they're like, oh yeah, it's coming to PSVR 2 later. So we can't even get fucking DLC day one with Quest anymore. Okay.
What the Bat is too, it's too hard for us now. It's too high.
Oh, karma. Metal Hellsinger was given a fall 2024 release date. Nice. Well, window, I should say. And a demo, which made it sound like the demo was for everyone, but as far as I know, it's not on the PlayStation Store. It seems to only be for PC and maybe Quest as well. I don't know. Deep Cuts was announced. Infinite Inside got a trailer and a date, July the 12th. Then we had DLC for Drums Rock. So not Smash Drums DLC, Drums Rock DLC. Then we had Arcade Paradise VR announced for PSVR 2 coming 2024. We had an update for Stilt, that game. It's getting a lobby update apparently, so that'll be coming to PSVR 2 as well. A game called Astro Hunters was announced coming 2025, but it's coming to multiple platforms.
Isn't that the game that has a logo, the Astro logo, just like Astrobot, like the same font and everything?
I don't think so. I could be
There's
wrong.
One that looks just
could be
like
wrong.
it.
But it looks like No Man's Sky almost, the gameplay, but like not nearly as big or whatever. Bulletstorm's patch to fix things, that was announced. And then the final thing, which is what I was really looking forward to, was the Perp Games one, because they were teasing it on the Twitter, which is what the video I'm playing here right now, which is Cold VR. Now we'll talk about Cold VR as its own separate topic in a bit, because I think it's probably the highlight for PSVR 2. But just to go over that again, 12 announcements for PSVR 2. 6 of them were DLC updates or patches. 2 of them were games we already knew about. So we already knew Hellsinger was coming. We already knew Infinite Inside was coming. Deep Cuts, Arcade Paradise VR, Astro Hunters, and Cold VR are the only newly announced games for PSVR 2 that we know of from that, I think. And there was 0 games that were PSVR 2 exclusive. So, what do you make of all that?
There you go.
Throw it in the trash.
Well, do you guys like this like super hot kind of vibe, like with the characters being all like a?
I mean, it's
like that kind of stuff.
Well, I was going to talk about that next, but it's blatant. Like, I'd be surprised if they don't get like a cease and desist from the super hot people. It's like, Jesus. And just the name of us, like super hot, and they're going Cold VR. It's like, come on. Like, it's very like on the nose. But if it works, whatever. But what I was saying about like just the announcements, like for so long when I'm being whinging for the last few weeks about how Sony are not supporting PSVR 2, what I hear from the positive Patricias again and again and again is that we don't need first party support because we got third party support. But as you can see from what I've listed, like even third party support seems to be drying up rapidly. This was like really depressing, I think. Some people thought
I mean,
Some of the
wouldn't you
stuff is
think
good.
if the PlayStation VR2 was like thriving, like every one of these games would have had like the PlayStation VR2 logo right on the bottom with everyone else, like every single game.
100%. And there was some
But
like interesting looking games there that like I was like sad at the end. Is like, oh, it's coming to every other headset except for PSVR 2. There's a game that looked
yeah,
like Prince of Persia: Sands of Time. I was like, oh, that looks cool. Not coming to us. There was another one again, Memorandum or something like that. Looked interesting, but that's not coming either. So I like it's one thing for me to like be looking at these red flags and then repeating over and over again. Like, where's the green flags? What are the green flags that the positive people, like people who are like like if saying everything is fine? Where's your
Positives are
proof? Where's your
that
proof that it's positive?
the the Quest 3S is coming out. It's gonna be cheaper. You can buy one.
That's another
That's the
nail.
good thing
That's
about it.
another nail in the PSVR 2 coffin if that's a real thing.
Yeah, of course it's a real thing, and it's coming on probably fucking before Christmas. Everybody, Christmas is gonna be the hottest thing on the market. It's gonna be like your kids are gonna be like, Daddy, Daddy, fuck your PC. Can you get us a Quest 3 or Quest
No,
3S for
no,
Christmas?
you need to be 12. You need to be 12 to play VR headsets. All right.
They still want one.
Dan, no, sorry, I read that already. LSB says no. I read that too. Dan again says be interesting to see what Vertigo can do with more realistic. Sorry, fucking hell, I read that as well. Jesus Christ. Sorry about
scroll
this. I'm
further,
losing my
damn it.
mind. LSB says upload viewer showcase was a joke. Tons of mixed reality trash. That's a good point. There was an awful lot of mixed reality shown off.
That art one was kind of cool though, I have to admit.
Which one? Sorry.
The one where the art one where you could
Oh,
like
pencil.
draw like a yeah yeah that
Yeah.
it seemed kind of cool for like a drawing purpose
Yeah.
tool thing.
If you like
No.
to draw or paint, there's I don't know if that was the same one that they showed because I didn't watch that trash. As soon as I saw the mixed reality, I was like, fucking. But there's a VR game, fuck, Vermilion, I think it's called, and you can paint on it, and it's pretty good. Like it's crazy how realistic you can actually see some people paint on that shit. It's like, how the fuck is this made in VR?
Yeah.
It's
Well,
pretty cool. If you like that shit.
that pencil one seems to be like a way of training you, like into like
Yeah,
if you're a beginner or whatever. But there's no need for that because we've got fucking AI generations. So what are you doing? Don't waste your time. Dan Parker says we've got 2 new games coming. Cheer up! Yeah, secret first party Sony games in development. Jackpot says next topic. Shut your dirty mouth. But this is the next topic, which is cold VR anyway, which I wanted to go into in a little bit more detail, which is the main thing about this is it's the opposite of super hot. So instead of standing still to freeze everyone, you need to keep moving to slow everyone down. I don't know if you freeze them entirely or if you just like slow mo them, but you need to keep moving, basically. And if you have PC viewer, I think you can already play like maybe not the whole game, but like an early access version where there's a few levels or a demo or whatever. But I haven't looked into what people are saying about that version. Like, if people think it's good.
What's this shit called again?
Cold VR.
Fucking rip off, dude. Everything about this.
It's crazy, but it looks like one of the more high budget ones or whatever. There was another man.
It's like Alvo's spooky characters. They're just literally Phasmo Ghost, the same character.
That's an asset. That's an asset flip thing. Whereas this is like very
I
deliberately.
know.
Like the only thing about these guys is like they've changed them to purple and blue instead of red. Like if these guys were red, they'd be getting
yeah,
sued.
and
They'd be getting sued.
It says there's a demo, but there, at least on the Steam page, there's no reviews for the demo. At least.
Okay. Yeah,
So
I mean
I
it
don't
looks
know, I
it looks
guess.
pretty like it looks cool enough from the footage here. Oh yeah, and then
Yeah.
they've got these weird like liminal space levels where it's like demons chasing you or something. I don't know what's going on there. But yeah, it's interesting. But even this part here where the dude is talking to you, he's
Pirate
surrounded
ships.
by fucking them computers. Like that's straight out of like Super Hot. You know the main menu area where you put on the fake virtual reality headset. Like you're
Yeah.
surrounded in that kind of the same environment. It
yeah.
looks very, very,
That'll
very
be
similar.
cool to try the demo. It looks cool. Look, I mean, Super Hot. I didn't finish it, but Super Hot was pretty fun.
That was really fucking good, Super Hot. And if the developers
So
behind Super Hot are just gonna fucking sleep in it and make fucking toy train games or whatever, then yeah, might as well someone else step in and do something with that idea because it's wasted.
Yeah, let's go. This shit right here, this guy talking about it reminds me of like fucking when you go to Universal Studios or Disney, whatever, and you go like through fucking shit, and there's a dude talking to you.
Damn.
That's
Yeah.
what this shit reminds me of.
Asking you to
Very like arcadey.
follow him to the toilets for a hand job.
Dude, I'm telling you, you gotta fucking.
If you
Next
want
up.
the whole Disney experience, yes.
Hey, Florida. Welcome to Florida. LSB says, in the flat version of Super Hot, you can move around. Oh yeah, I forgot that you can't move around in the VR Super Hot. Other than, walking around in your little space. LSP says Cold VR is more like Super Hot than the VR version of Super Hot. Interesting. I didn't even think about that, but yeah, it's a good point. But it's just like they reverse the mechanic of like how time slows, is what I mean. But yeah, is there anything else to say about this? I don't think so. I don't think there's a year or a days or anything like that we have either. Yeah, just coming soon at the end of that trailer.
I'll try the demo. I'll tell you next week.
No, I don't believe you will. Last topic then is Gran Turismo 7, baby. The best virtual reality game of all time ever created exclusively for PSVR 2. You showed this to a Quest headset and it would literally melt in your hands as it tries to comprehend what it's seeing. There is a little quote here I got from Push Square saying the opening round of the Gran Turismo World Series 2024 on the July 6th, which is going to be hosted in Montreal, Canada, will be broadcast live. Boo.
Are you going, Muzz?
Yeah, he'll be there. He's our man on the scene. He's gonna have a little microphone. He's gonna be interviewing people. The official Gran Turismo Twitter.
There's some cars here, guys. They're sure driving fast.
Just make car noises.
Wheeling tires, guys.
Damn, burning rubber. The official Gran Turismo Twitter account posted earlier today. There will also be an introduction of the July updates for Gran Turismo 7 during the broadcast, so don't miss it. So people seem to think that because they're going showing this off at a big show, like a big event, that it might be bigger than the events, or that the updates that we're used to getting, which is usually like 3 cars and not much else, maybe a few backgrounds for the photo mode or whatever. But some people seem to think there's going to be a new track.
New track in Montreal, right?
I assume they're based on that because they're doing the event in Montreal.
In Montreal.
That's the hint, but I don't know if there's been other hints. I couldn't see where they're getting that from, other than the location of the event itself. But yeah, we were saying this in Discord. That would be another track for Canada because the last one we got, the snow one, that was Canada too. So is Montreal a snowy place, Muzz?
In the winter, yes.
Okay. So it could be another
just like everywhere in Canada in winter, it's snowing, but
yeah.
Otherwise, no, it's not snowing.
Because right now the way it is now, there's only one snow track in the entire game, so maybe they want to double that.
Maybe
a bit more variety.
Yeah, maybe
that'd be cool.
Yeah.
If they do, I want to see more snow, more snow falling though.
Yeah, that'd be
cool. I want to see like a blizzard, like flash storms kind of go across the track where you can't see shit.
Yeah, awesome. Snow drifts.
Yeah.
Cold viewer. Oh, sorry, no, I read that. Okay, so that leaves everything done except for the fax machine, which we will boot up the intro to now.
It's that time again for questions and topics submitted by our viewers. So let's go to our fax machine and see what we have. Fax me, hot daddy. I've been the bad boy.
Thanks, Geisen, as well for sharing this in the Discord. I forgot to do that. Geisen saving my bacon. Where's the fax machine? Okay, here we go. We have got 3 fax machine entries today. First one from LSB. He says, boo. He says, ultimately, I was disappointed with Ghost of Tabor. So with that in mind, what are your expectations for Ghost of Tabor on PSVR 2? Do you think the PSVR 2 release will live up to those expectations? Oh, and do you expect you will get a copy of the game from the developers when it does release on PSVR 2?
Put a request in. Put a request.
I will, yeah, but I want them to announce it first. I don't want to just randomly message them now. So the first, what's my expectations for Ghost of Tabor on PSVR 2? I'm just kind of expecting.
Not extremely high.
Yeah, I'm expecting the same game that you got on Quest and PC, but with haptics I don't even know if it's going to have the dynamic foveated rendering. I don't know if they've said that or not. If
Probably
it did,
not.
it'd be cool.
I don't think it would, but I'd be surprised if it had foveated rendering. But as long as it has like some good trigger haptics and stuff in it, that would be pretty cool.
I'm expecting basically like I don't expect a big facelift. I expect the visuals will not be amazing, you know. But I also expect it to be like a lot of fun because we don't have these big maps with like lots of players. Well, 16 players in one area where you can do kind of crazy shit, take people hostage, chat to people. I assume there's proximity chat in this game. There better be.
Yep.
We could have some fun moments. I'm looking forward to like streaming it. So do you think the PSVR 2 release will live up to those expectations? I don't see one. Like, my expectations are not too high. I don't think it has to do much to hit them. Basically, it just has to be functional.
Just like how it should be for every single thing PSVR 2 related.
Shut your mouth. As for do I expect to get a copy, I'm going to ask them. I don't know if I don't ever expect to get one because even for viewer channels, I'm still like a tiny channel. So whenever I do get something, it's like, oh, cool. I wasn't sure if I would. Tornado in GT7 says Bad Robo. Yeah, cool weather effects would be cool. Obviously, because I said it was cool. Bad Robo says, bye everyone, I have to go. Damn, sounds kind of mysterious when he says it like that. I have to go. Something's happened. I hope everything's okay.
Goodbye, Robo.
Take care, Robo. Brave Sir Robin says, would you rather try to live through... Try to live through a zombie apocalypse or try to survive on a secluded tropical island alone for the rest of your life. Pets from the island allowed. He leaves too many things open with these fucking questions. Because if you're like, what kind of zombies is it? The ones that run or is it the slow ones that are stupid?
Yeah, that's a big.
You have to say that.
Right there.
Yeah, you have to say it.
Yeah, but why would you care if there's the slow? Let's say that the slow ones, like there's nothing you can eat. There's like everything is fucked over. And an island is because you fucking chill.
All the tinned foods in the supermarkets are still there. You can like get a farm, grow your foods. So basically,
it's still
the same
dangerous. It's still dangerous. In an island, you just fucking chill. You do your routines. You get your food.
Where are you gonna get food there?
You go crazy.
Where are you gonna get food there?
You eat fucking a lot of fish, and it's an island. There's probably fucking animals there.
Insane on the island ways. At least.
And why are you not gonna go insane in the fucking way? You can have Netflix.
But you could go to like the fucking Ferrari dealership, and you can go spinning around the streets by yourself. You could do all kinds of cool shit.
They cars and their cars are not gonna work afterwards.
Didn't you watch Castaway? Did Tom Hanks not teach you anything from that movie?
He had a good time at one point. At one point, he was having fun.
He had to make a friend. He had to make a friend out of a football.
First month he was having fun. Yeah.
Nah, and you say you have pets, friends, so that's fine. Fucking prefer that.
You can have pets in the mainland too. Though. You can find a little dog to play with. You can have many pets.
Yeah, but then you're gonna get the rabies and the Rona. You have to kill it, like in the movie. Remember the movie?
Stop. Listen, what happened? No, that doesn't make any sense because I was going to say.
Anyways,
what happens if you get injured on the island?
You guys get fucking all the riddle diseases because you guys probably already have them. Mm-hmm. I'll stay clean on an island.
No, I'm not. I'm not going on the island. And plus, you know what? I'd have fun killing the zombies. Go to a fucking weapon store.
Nobody.
We'll get shotguns
and
go around
5 minutes. Even with rifles.
If it's the slow ones, if it's the fast ones, then fuck that. I'm going on the island. But if it's the slow, stupid ones, then yeah, you have a lot of fun.
You think you're some fucking
Rambo?
Do you know how fucking sparse Ireland is? Like I'm not living in New York City. I'm in like a fucking sparsely populated area.
Even worse.
Not even where I set up a little perimeter thing with the tin cans that rattled when somebody trips them, and then boom, I start get the sniper rifles. I have a great time.
But you can just chill on an island, whatever. You get eaten, you get killed. The last 2 seconds, I'll be dying old on an island, chilling with coconuts.
You won't die old. You fucking break your leg on the island, and nobody will be there to heal you. You'll just die.
And who's gonna save you in the fucking city?
I won't break my legs in a city. I won't go into a city. First of all, I'm not going into a city. That's a stupid idea.
Okay, so it's the same.
I just stay in the farm. I won't do anything dangerous.
Whatever. What about you, Mus?
I have my PSVR 2 headset.
I don't know. I don't have all the info to make a good decision. Like I don't know if the island is well populated with vegetation and how big is the island? Is the island like massive size or is it
What if it's tiny?
Like tiny little thing?
Yeah, and then comics with it's just like fucking 3 feet of land. one palm tree.
Are the zombies the fast or the slow kind, like Pumpkins was saying? So I don't know if it's slow zombies. I mean, weaponry these days, you think that it can be maintained, and
if you could find a suit of armor, you're invincible. You know.
Well,
I don't know. I guess it'll be more fun to be in a fucking city.
Just live in.
Yeah,
One of those.
Just watch I Am Legend. He's having a great time there. Will Smith.
Not when he kills his dog.
Get a new dog.
I don't think there's a new dog.
You have to kill your dog on the island anyway, and you probably have to eat it then.
No, there's plenty of
foods.
fish.
I'd have
little
crabs
in the rocks. You like get little crabs
pineapples, and that would make my semen taste nice.
No, no, I don't want to think of one. Next question.
Domo says, "Oh no, never mind. Domo just answered the question that Brave asked, so that wasn't a question. So there you go. Questions are done. Fax machine's over.
That's it. Over. God, what happened to you people? Go to the fax machine, please. Put some.
No one has any. No one has any ideas.
Rushing us through us. You were rushing us through us. We could have got an hour out of that zombie question, but no. That's fine.
What do you mean?
That's fine.
He doesn't give us any details.
Yeah,
It's very
that's why we gotta go in depth, flesh it out for 2 hours with all the different permutations. You know,
everybody left already. Just unsubscribe. But look at your numbers already.
Bad Robot took everybody with them. So I have to go, and everyone's like, "Yeah, we have to go too."
And we need to go with him. He's our ride.
LSB says, "BG bitches." LSB, thank you for putting in a fax machine question. LSB is always good for an old fax machine question. So
the only thing is good for
reliable
LSB. What's a good scary game then I should play? Resident Evil 7 or Affected the
Resident Evil.
I'm not gonna.
Resident Evil 7.
Yeah, you gotta do Resident Evil. Well, you gotta do Resident Evil 4. Although I wouldn't call it scary. But you're scared. You're so scared you probably will get scared.
Nope.
Jeremiah says, "I already live on an island and have thousands of rounds of ammo, so I will do both."
Nice.
There you go. Did he say tropical island though? Was that part of the question?
I don't know.
You don't live in
I think you said island. Tropical.
Secluded tropical island. There you go. Secluded
with crickets.
Tropical
with crickets.
Island. With crickets. All right. Okay, I'll take the hint. I'm out of here. Muzz, Jackpot. Say your goodbyes.
Goodbye, everybody. Get a quest if you can.
Bye-bye.
If you're thinking about it, get a quest. Quest 3 if you can.
Why would you? You're telling us a cool new version of the quest is coming out. So why would you buy a quest now? Wait until that one comes out.
No, the cooler version is now the cheaper version of the Quest 3 is coming out, which is really nice and it's worth buying. But if you